Why isn't XRP at $20 per coin yet? Levi, how much does Ripple pay you to exhibit XRP every single day? Nada is the response. And ever since it was 48 cents, I have been discussing XRP. So you shut your yap. Guys, I have a lot of important topics to discuss today, and one of them is that I think XRP will soon overtake Bitcoin as the most popular cryptocurrency, just like we did in November. This is not financial advice. Please notice. I am providing my perspective on the markets for entertaining educational purposes. Having stated that, I want to begin by discussing the current situation, the reasons I believe XRP will surpass Bitcoin, and what the markets will likely hold based on the knowledge that is currently at our fingertips. So, number one, for the first time since October 2021, the US 5-year to 30-year bond spread has steepened to 1%. What does this mean? Markets are, after all, pricing in higher inflation, better GDP, and longer interest rate policies. For those of you who don't know, at first, it was believed that the Fed would lower interest rates 5 times this year. Now, that might be twice as often. Obviously, there is a significant difference between 2 cuts and 5 cuts. This basically means that trillions of dollars will be less printed, which means that because the system will have less liquidity, trillions of dollars will not be able to flow into stocks, cryptocurrencies, or real estate. However, we're still looking at some very intriguing things like increased inflation and stronger growth, right? As we've seen recently, these factors will push a lot more individuals to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now worth more than $110,000. Reached 111,000 stills there, and it continues to hold over that threshold. Why? Due to the desire for an inflation hedge. They desire a reliable monetary system that eliminates the risk of their money depreciating. Real estate, equities, gold, and Bitcoin are all excellent choices. However, XRP and other altcoins also receive significant inflows of capital. We watch as Bitcoin rises, achieves some impressive numbers, and then gradually declines. This is how the cryptocurrency markets operate in this manner. And what you're about to discover today if you haven't realized it by now. All right? Having said that, it is highly probable that Trump genuinely desires a recession. Why then would anyone desire a recession? Actually, there are a lot of reasons why a government might desire a recession. First of all, it will assist them in reducing inflation. Second, it will result in lower treasury yields. Third, it will use tariffs to reduce the trade deficit. Fourthly, it will enable the Fed to implement rate reduction, which he obviously desires. Lastly, it will result in decreased energy prices, which are what keep the globe turning. Let's face it, Therefore, it's really pretty much everything that Trump wants right now if all of these things come to pass. Additionally, consumers will be investing in riskier assets if we see another recession. Bitcoin and gold, in my opinion, will once again be the best choices during this time. Indeed, the trickle-down effects of crypto economics will be present in this situation. There will be a lot of that for XRP. Having said that, I do believe that there is a lot of reason why Bitcoin is currently skyrocketing. There's a lot of uncertainty, We don't know when the Fed will lower interest rates, We don't know what's going to happen with the US economy due of tariffs. We don't know what inflation's going to look like actually, since this is a historical time. People are therefore sort of hedging their best bet. They're thinking, okay, well, I can hold my fiat dollars, which we know Trump wants to weaken based off of things that he has quite literally said to the entire world. For example, I can hold the dollar or simply place it somewhere else where I know Trump won't be attempting to intentionally weaken it. Gold, Bitcoin, XRP, fantastic examples. Why do I currently believe that this gold trend will help XRP? And although I have made numerous references to this, I haven't really given a thorough and succinct update. And I just wanted to go back a little bit and show you guys how the price of XRP changed back here in November. As you can see on the screen, XRP was trading between 40, 50, 48, and 50 cents per coin back in November. Then, literally 30 days later, it shot up to about $3 per coin the next month, right? However, the events leading up to this and what was going on with Bitcoin are crucial details. I'll just scroll back here, then we're going to go back to November, which is exactly when this happened. And what we can observe is that, for example, Bitcoin saw a fairly significant jump shortly before XRP surged higher. As you can see, in October 2023, Bitcoin was only worth $26,000 when it was first listed. It subsequently experienced a very significant run-up to $70,000 per coin during the course of the following year, till 2024. Now, did XRP see any of this rise from roughly October 2023 to August 2024? No, it didn't really see any of it. When we look at XRP again, we can see that it essentially flatlined during that time. As you can see, with a few exceptions, it was trading at roughly the same price between 40 and 50 cents each coin. There were a few days when the SEC lawsuit saw some favorable decisions that increased the market by 18%. However, it would consistently drop back to about 48 cents and trade at 50. However, XRP eventually took off at the end of the year after Bitcoin had been trading at these high values, $70,000 per coin, for about 6 months. Eventually, over the same time frame in November, that liquidity moved from Bitcoin to XRP, Solana, and other altcoins. Additionally, there are often two significant run-ups throughout altcoin bull run seasons. First, pretty early in the season, isn't it correct? This is essentially what we observed from November through January. When we reach our zenith, we, unite. We may decline by about 50% from our top, don't you think? We reached a height of 335. At 165, we fell far below that, found our bottom, and then prepared to rocket up once more. I take it that Bitcoin is now reaching fresh all-time highs? Additionally, everyone who is profiting from Bitcoin will eventually want to invest their earnings. What is the next logical step, then? The best cryptocurrencies, the top performers, the ones with the most compelling stories, the most advancements, and the most happenings for them are the ones you want to highlight. But that's only my opinion. That is the typical behavior of whales. And I will shortly present you all with a wealth of information that proves this is just what Whales is planning to do. Before we go any further, though, I just wanted to make sure that everyone who is new to trading and wants to earn money can join my crypto trading group so they can view all of my deals. I have made over 260% on my trades over the previous 60 days. If you sign up, you can view every single entry, every single exit, my complete trading history, every position, and everything else. It's also free. Visit Crypto Crusaders by clicking the link below. Having said that, let's discuss the whales and other topics. The fact that so many individuals are trading XRP is a really positive indication. Even more significant, though, is what whales are doing. This is where the real money is going, all right? The smart money is moving in this direction. Whale action on XRP is showing us that the market is quite confident. Whales have exchanged about 640 million XRP in the last day, indicating fresh momentum and optimism. They are moving, they are exchanging, they are preparing. It's obvious that smart money is in circulation. And as we begin to observe, some more astute investors are gradually allocating a portion of their Bitcoin gains to altcoins like XRP as they prepare for the next step in this market. It's almost cyclical. Every time I've participated in a bull run in the past 3 months that is currently exploding. The one that no one else is looking at should be your focus. You'll begin to observe how these cycles truly unfold the moment you begin doing that. I am aware that it is simple to gaze upon the gleaming golden geese that everyone desires. However, you must locate the treasures that no one is examining. In any case, that's how I've earned all of my money. And that's exactly what XRP is right now, as it has just risen a little bit, whereas Bitcoin has skyrocketed from less than $100,000 to over 111 in a matter of days. Correct? Having stated that, I will be sharing all of my transactions on Crypto Crusaders, people. Follow our simple 3-step method on my website, which is linked below, to make sure you have free access to all of my entry and exits. If you like today's content, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you all very soon. Much affection.